so-called mound builder culture of North America has been hugely underestimated and not given the priority it deserves. That's why we devoted one episode of this series to the mound builder sites in North America, to Serpent Mound, to Poverty Point in Louisiana. Fantastic site. The thing that's not realized is that the vast majority of what stood here 600 years ago has been destroyed, turned into farmland, plowed under, just wiped away in that process of making us a species with amnesia. It happened very much in North America, but the few sites that are left speak of enormous sophistication, and the horizon keeps on going back and back and back. So Poverty Point in Louisiana, fantastic site, very large scale, enormous pyramidal structure there. But it is and dated to about 2,700 years ago. And oddly enough, that same system of ideas is found in the Mississippi Valley. In the Amazon, it involves particularly ayahuasca and the belief that the ayahuasca journey takes you to the afterlife realm, and a journey along the Milky Way. In the Mississippi Valley, the mound builder sites up and down the Mississippi Valley, particularly Moundville in Alabama, exactly the same system of religious ideas associated with geometrical constructions, that on death, the soul, they're very specific, ascends to the constellation of Orion, transits from the constellation of Orion to the Milky Way, makes a journey along the Milky Way, which they call the Path of Souls, and encounters challenges and ordeals where the soul must account for the life that it has lived. We go to Egypt. And what do we find? The same system of ideas. The soul must rise up to the constellation of Orion. There's a narrow shaft cut through the southern side of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which targets directly the lowest of the three stars of Orion's belt. Widely accepted as a star shaft or a soul shaft. The soul would rise up through that shaft, get to the constellation of Orion, which stands by the banks of the Milky Way. It would then transit to the Milky Way, which the ancient Egyptians called the Winding Waterway. And it would make a journey along the Milky Way where it would be confronted by challenges and ordeals. Very similar idea to the Tucano, very similar idea to the Mississippi Valley. As far as we know, none of these cultures were in contact with one another. Either we're dealing with a huge, unbelievable, extraordinarily detailed coincidence involving architecture and ideas, or we're looking at a legacy that was inherited in all of these different places from a remote common ancestor. And I believe that that's what we're looking at.